From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 9 o'clock news.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Russ Riesinger. Joe Biden's running mate, Senator Kamala Harris, is on the stage right now on night 3 of the Democratic National Convention. The theme is a more perfect union, with speakers touching on a range of issues, including gun violence, immigration, climate change, and the economy. Natalie Brand has more.
Hey everybody, it's me, Kamala.
Tonight, California Senator Kamala Harris makes history as the first woman of color to accept the vice presidential nomination of a major party.
When we vote, things change. When we vote, things get better.
The other big headliner, former President Barack Obama. He will issue a call to action to get out the vote this November, while also drawing a contrast between President Trump and his former vice president, Joe Biden. Earlier, President Trump lashed out at former President Obama as well as Biden from the White House.
They did such a bad job that I stand before you as president.
This convention week also marks the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. Sharing the spotlight with Senator Harris are several prominent women of the Democratic Party. Among them, the 2016 Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton.
Remember back in 2016 when Trump asked, "What do you have to lose?" Well, now we know our health care, our jobs, our loved ones, our leadership in the world, and even our post office.
Also, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
Joe Biden is the president we need right now. Battle-tested, forward-looking, honest and authentic.
Shot in the head from less than 3 feet away.
And former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, a staunch advocate against gun violence.
We are at a crossroads. We can let the shooting continue, or we can act.
Other major topics on the agenda of Night 3, climate change.
The United States will once again lead on this critical issue.
We need a president who will bring people together, not tear them apart.
And immigration. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Wilmington, Delaware.
The Democratic National Convention will come to a close tomorrow night, with former Vice President Joe Biden officially accepting his party's nomination for president. Looks like Green Party candidates will remain off the ballot for Montana's 2020 general election. The Montana Supreme Court today upheld a lower court order that said the 5 Green Party candidates should be removed from the November 3rd ballot because the petition that qualified them wasn't valid. A federal judge in Missoula also denied a separate request from Green Party candidates and voters to intervene. That means when Secretary of State Corey Stapleton certifies the general election ballot tomorrow, there must be no Green Party candidates. The Green Party candidates were in races for U.S. Senate, U.S. House, Governor, Attorney General, and a state Senate seat in Missoula. Health officials are reporting 111 new cases of coronavirus today, along with 1 new death in the state. The death occurred in Bighorn County, the county's 14th COVID-19 related death. The largest jump in case numbers is again here in Yellowstone County, which continues to have roughly 650 active cases, and confirmed cases across the state now creeping toward the 6,000 mark. Today, Billings School District 2 Superintendent Greg Upham explained more about the process behind the decision to not allow spectators at sporting events this year in Yellowstone County. In a media conference, Upham said he initially advocated for limited fan attendance during meetings with the county health department. Upham said he wanted something similar to the high school graduation earlier this year, with limited tickets being allowed to immediate family members. The county health officer compared the low case numbers of May with the numbers in August, where we've seen as many as 50 new cases per day.
He responded, and I respect this. He sent Mark and I the data of when that decision was made in May, the graduation, which were very little to no cases, to where we are at this point in time, where there are a lot of cases in comparison to none. And so that visual image, and he sent it a scale to us, and that visual image was, oh, okay, I get it. And so I dropped that concern at that point in time.
That means Billings parents will likely have to travel to a less restrictive county to see their kids play. A look around the state finds few options at this point in time. In Flathead County, no visiting fans will be allowed to attend school sporting events. Parents are still waiting on decisions from Gallatin, Lewis and Clark, and Cascade County health officials on whether visiting fans can attend school events. And closer to home, in Miles City, only immediate family members will be allowed to attend school sports, including parents, step-parents, and siblings. However, grandparents will not be allowed to attend in order to better protect the senior population from disease spread. Similar to Flathead County, no visiting fans will be allowed to watch, and school staff has placed social distancing and sanitation procedures in place for fans and players. The county health officer said yesterday that sports fan restrictions could be relaxed once it's determined how the reopening of schools will affect COVID-19 case counts. A petition started by a Laurel woman to allow spectators at high school sports and performances quickly collected thousands of online signatures. As of about 7:30 tonight, over 11,000 electronic signatures have been added to the petition on change.org, although it's unclear how many are actually from Montana. Katrina Welch, who started the petition, says many large events have been held in the area, including the fair, hill climbs, and Legion baseball, and believes putting a limited number of guests per player or student would be a valid option.
We want to take caution and be aware of, the situation and wear masks and social distance, but, we don't want to hurt our kids in the process, and they're already dealing with enough going into this school year with everything completely different that, I feel like it's just another blow to our kids, really. I'm shocked. I didn't expect it to go much farther than my friends, and, I had hopes it would, but I'd never expected it to take off this quickly.
Welch is sending that petition to Governor Bullock as well as health officers from several Montana counties, including Yellowstone. With the new school year getting underway next Monday in Billings, officials are still refining their plans to offer both in-person and online learning for students. Superintendent Upham said the district has been able to accommodate those teachers who will be working online only due to their own COVID-related health concerns. He acknowledged, though, filling all the available teaching slots is a work in progress.
That's been an angst of mine, and really it's turned out to be pretty good. I was pleased with that. I believe we're upwards of 2,500 remote learners right now, and we've been able to, and I believe we've been able to accommodate all of our staff that have health issues. I know in the elementary I can say that they are currently working on middle and high school, which will be a little bit more of a challenge.
Upham's main message is that we're all in this together and we'll take it one day at a time. For the first time since the University of Montana moved to online courses in March, students are back on campus. MTN's Russ Thomas was there for the first day of the fall semester, spoke with students who shared their feelings about heading back to class in the middle of a pandemic.
The University of Montana came back to life today as students were allowed into the classroom for the first time in 5 months. Excitement and apprehension filled the air as a sense of normalcy was balanced by the fear of the spread of coronavirus. Senior Rashia Roberts is glad to start her final year in the way she's accustomed to.
I think having that in-person experience is definitely good. I like that we're getting Grizz kits so we can clean our areas when we're done. They're making sure we're sitting in the same seats.
Meanwhile, incoming freshman Caleb Metzger says he feels the university did a great job of preparing the students for the new world of social distancing and following other proper protocols. He says he hopes everyone is taking those lessons to heart.
You just kind of got to trust everyone around you that they're being precautious and not trying to get others sick.
Junior Renee Ross is taking an outdoor modern dance class. She says her concern is the ability to learn the proper techniques outdoors as she would in the studio.
I think that we will get something different that we would have. There's a plethora of concerns that are opened up about just the quality of education.
She adds that she has full confidence in her professors to do the best they can with the challenges they face. Instructor Heidi Eckert says being outside requires a unique focus for her students, but says it presents new ways to learn.
I'm starting out with the same goals in mind as any other semester, but I'm trying to encourage flexibility and adaptability to be able to have these tents outside so we have a little bit of shelter, designated spot is tremendous.
The University of Montana will have a better idea of how well the students are meeting the challenges that COVID-19 brings within the next few weeks. In Missoula, Russ Thomas, MTN News.
And many of the students say they'll be disappointed if UM returns to strictly online courses, but they do understand if that decision is made. Still ahead on the MTN 9 o'clock news, a Billings middle schooler given $100 and 90 days to make a difference. And boy, did she ever when it comes to helping disabled veterans. That story just ahead. But first, Bob's coming up next with your full 7-day forecast.